If Christ, who was perfect and who was the Son of God, was misunderstood, and if he was called things that were not true, if he was called the devil and all these things, then who are we to think that we will be faithful to him and make it out of this life without being slandered to some degree? So some of that we can't control, but can you be faithful and also be comfortable being misunderstood at the same time? And that's where I'm getting to now. I'm getting to the place where I want to be more focused on being faithful, even if I'm misunderstood. Because, bro, at the end of the day, and I'm about to say this, and I don't care what nobody got to say. At the end of the day, for all of us who are addicted to approval, who always need the affirmation of everybody, who are afraid to just be bold because we're worried about what people are going to say. My brothers and my sisters, come on, let's stop this nonsense. When it's all said and done, who are we going to give an account to? I'm not giving an account to no trolls. I'm not going to give an account to everybody who's slandering me. I'm not going to give an account to everybody who misunderstands me. I'm not going to give an account to everybody who's judging me. I am not going to give an account to any of them. When it's all said and done, I'm going to stand before the one who saved me, and I'm going to give an account to him and to him only. And what I don't want to say on that day is that, Lord, I was afraid to be bold because I wanted approval addiction. I was afraid to say the truth because I was worried about who's going to leave the church. I was afraid to tell people what the word said because I was more concerned about butts and seats and souls in heaven. No. When I give that account, I want to be able to say what Paul said. I have fought the good fight.
Come on, man.
I've kept the faith. I finished my race. I was faithful to the end. And if my faithfulness cost me friends, if it cost me platforms, if it cost me couches, if it cost me people leaving the church, if it cost me money, if it cost me fill in the blank, then that's the price we got to pay for being faithful, right? Because in the end, the Lord didn't call us to get to a bag, and he didn't call us to be famous, and he didn't call for all these things that we think are so important. That's not what he called us to. He called us to be faithful. And if that comes at a cost, it got to come at a cost. Since when is discipleship without a cross? Right? That's American Christianity. That we're going to do Christianity. We're going to do discipleship. We're going to do podcasts. We're going to preach and sing and do all these things and try to walk on eggshells to not offend nobody. Since when is Christianity without a cross, B? You know what I'm saying? Christianity comes with a cross. All of us got to carry a cross. And if my cross is misunderstanding, if my cross is the darts of enemy, if my cross is people calling my wife a witch, they're not going to stop me from being faithful, from preaching that holy Bible, line by verse, chapter by chapter, exalting the person whom the scriptures reveal, not Philip, Christ. And if that costs me, I'm sorry. It just got to cost me. Because none of the stuff I'm enjoying right now is none of the things I was begging God for right now in the season, bro. I ain't asked God for no platforms. I asked God to be on no podcast. I asked him for none of that. I just said to the Lord when we founded 2019, Lord, I want to just be faithful to you until you call me home. And whatever that brings and whatever that costs me, I will deal with that. I just want to be found faithful. Period, bro. You understand what I'm saying to you? You know what I'm saying? So we can't be worried about, they're not going to invite you on their podcast. They're not going to invite you to their conference. They're going to cancel you. You can't cancel somebody that's already dead. You see what I'm saying? I'm already dead to all of that. I'm not in this for a bag. I'm not in this for fame. I'm not in this for a big Instagram following. I'm not in this for a title. I don't have the bucket list. Like, I want to preach at so-and-so church. I don't want to preach this. I don't have that stuff. I'm already dead to all that. So you can't cancel somebody who's already dead. You don't have nothing to give me. There's no carrots you're going to dangle in front of me. What are you going to give? You're going to cancel me from what? You know what I'm saying? You're going to keep me out of what? Like that stuff doesn't matter to me, bro, because now I need to say this, bro. Like, all this stuff we keep fighting over, we think is important, right? Following, Instagram following, what podcast we're going to be on, who conference we're going to preach for, all this stuff is so temporary. It's fleeting. A lot of stuff is vanity. And 150 years from now, it's not going to matter. 250 years now, it's not going to matter. And when Christ comes, it's not going to matter. The only thing that's going to matter is what we have done for Christ and was we faithful with our assignments. All this other stuff, it's not going to matter. So when we understand how fleeting all of this is, why would I just not be faithful with the time that I have when all the stuff that people are chasing is fleeting, bro? It's not going to matter. Ain't nobody going to be talking about me 150 years from now. They're going to talk about the next hotshot preacher. So let me just be faithful with the time that I have, because everything we're fighting for right now is not going to matter 150 years from now when I'm gone. It's not going to matter. And when you're on your deathbed, like my mother-in-law just died. My mother-in-law just died last week, right? The week of Thanksgiving. And when we go look at her dead, lifeless body, her spirit is gone. Now it's detached from her soul. You know what? In that moment, don't nobody care about what house she lived in. Don't nobody care about when all the people was around her shedding tears. And that moment we all in there shedding tears. Don't nobody care about what house she lived in. Don't nobody didn't care about what car she was driving. We didn't even care about her 401k or what she had. Ain't nobody care about that. The only thing we think about that time is what was the impact she had on the lives that was around her. That's the only thing we think about, the effect she had on people. What did she leave in the hearts of her daughter, her son, her grandchildren? That was the only thing that mattered. And was she saved when she died? That was the only thing that mattered in that moment. Not all this other stuff we think is so important. These things are temporary. Yes, use them, go after them, all that stuff, but they are not the end all, bro.
I love it.
They're not the end all, sis. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like the church is gripped by an addiction, like heroin addicts for all this stuff. Bags, titles, platforms, couches, stage, all this stuff. That stuff is not going to matter 100 years from now. Where are we with Christ? What are we doing for Christ? Are we faithful to Christ? Do we understand eternity? Why are we not doing Christianity with eternity in mind? That's the stuff that matters. Man, I done took over the whole joint. I'm sorry, that stuff needs to be said. That's the stuff that matters, man.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
You're saying what matters.
And if that makes me unpopular, if that don't get me invited to everybody's conference, if that don't get me invited to everybody's podcast, I'm content with that. I'm content with that. Because the ultimate conference is going to be that marriage supper of the Lamb. I'm going to be at that conference, though.
Love it.
The ultimate couch I want to sit on is going to be at the marriage supper of the Lamb. I'm going to sit on that couch, though.
Love it.
And for all the people that want to throw their stones, it's all right. There's going to be an army of people in heaven whose robes have been dipped in blood. And they're going to be thankful that I didn't compromise or sell out, that they heard the truth. And I'm content with that, bro. You see what I'm saying?